I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been, Your Grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee, inform us when you leave.
If aught were to happen...
What business have you here? Our soldiers give battle. This is no intent.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Good to see you, Master.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Oh. If only my collect... Alas, the scant would wound my... If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Backbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
We may benefit from pursuing the information. It shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen. You called? Forgive me, but you do not appear to be in need of aid.
Will someone do aught about this?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road. Despite the hour, you know where to find me. my own wisdom to offer. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right. Right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. The rules at your
I shall do as you say.
Now this is a conundrum.
The rules
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command. We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
Seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
Not sure what we're dealing with here.
Queen Regent Deesa appears to be working in concert with this Vasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares. This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Quite the predicament.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Here we are.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mate.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
It is not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Mayhap you've been misinformed, sir, but there isn't to be a masquerade this day. My sword arm could use some work.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Not compared to real now.
To lead a quiet life.
Loath as I am to move, I must be off.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
There's ought to be said.
There's no shame in living a life for its pleasures.
Whoever's my replacement's in for a boot.
Nary an engaging tale to be had in all the court.
Work done graciously.
Don't look to me to solve this.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
My sword arm could use some work.
A crowd that size with a single heavy purse.
Everyone in their place. This sort of quiet means all well.
What's going on?
Back to it, I suppose.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
So tired. I barely have been to tie my boots.
We shall await you here, Master.
So stiff. There's simply nowhere better to store a town.
Must hold out till someone comes to relieve me. My sword arm
Clean
could
forgotten.
use some work.
Here I might reflect on my affairs in peace.
I meant for fairer things
I
than
only
this.
pray my watch finishes without incident.
Is there aught you require?
Always sets me to
Not
think.
for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on
Is
me.
no less important than death.
When does my watch end?
We are hardly familiar with one another.
That's enough intellectual labor for one day.
I'm frightfully busy. No time for idle...
Gladly while away an afternoon here.
Too many undervalue the importance of
What a
rest.
delightful breeze.
I must earn the people's faith.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mate.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm part of this work.
Does life have a meaning, or is it all do in vain?
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
My sword arm could use some work.
This is a peaceful place. Perfect for meditation.
Always the same, day after day. Just how I like it.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Would that all my day.
It's all a matter of
From me
practice, I'm
to
sure.
bear what younger shoulders can't. Sometimes I wonder if I'm part of this work.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
I'd sooner stay out.
This is a peaceful place.
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
Is there aught you require?
We've naught to discuss.
Perchance you've heard. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No time indeed. 'Tis a weight off my heart to think that our fair Vermund shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
Always sets me to thinking of this place.
Does life have meaning, or is all we do in vain?
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Lose track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Those new recruits can barely lift their swords.
Oh, good. You return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.